Hello everyone, and welcome to Lexopedia. Have you ever wondered how England, with its rich history and diverse culture, became the unified kingdom it is today? It's a tale of conquests, alliances, and power struggles spanning centuries. Before the name England ever graced a map, the island we know today was home to a patchwork of Celtic tribes. These tribes, with their own languages and customs, were skilled warriors and artisans. They left behind a legacy etched in stone, from Stonehenge's mysterious ring to the hill forts dotting the countryside. Then came the Romans, marching across the English Channel in the 1st century AD, bringing Roman law, paved roads, and impressive feats of engineering. With the Romans gone, waves of Germanic tribes began to arrive from across the North Sea. These were the Angles, Saxons, and Jutes, seeking new lands and opportunities. They established their own kingdoms, each vying for dominance. The map of Britain became a patchwork of these Anglo-Saxon kingdoms: Northumbria, Mercia, Wessex, East Anglia, Essex, Kent, and Sussex. This period, often called the Dark Ages, was anything but. It was a time of great cultural ferment, as Anglo-Saxon traditions and language intertwined with the existing Romano-British culture. The seeds of English identity were being sown, even as these kingdoms battled for supremacy. While the Anglo-Saxon kingdoms clashed amongst themselves, a new threat emerged from the north: the Vikings. These fierce Scandinavian raiders, with their longships and thirst for plunder, descended upon the English coast, leaving a trail of destruction in their wake.
One Anglo-Saxon king, Alfred the Great of Wessex, rose to prominence through his staunch resistance against the Viking onslaught. His victory at the Battle of Edington in 878 AD was a turning point, securing the survival of Wessex and earning Alfred the title of King of the Anglo-Saxons.
Alfred's successors continued his work, gradually consolidating power and expanding their realm, shaping the Kingdom of England as we know it today. The reign of Alfred the Great marked a turning point in the struggle for dominance among the Anglo-Saxon kingdoms.
But Alfred was not merely a warrior king. He was a visionary leader who understood that true strength lay not just in military might, but also in cultural and intellectual development. He established schools, promoted literacy, and commissioned the Anglo-Saxon Chronicle, fostering a sense of shared identity among the Anglo-Saxons.
Alfred's successors continued the fight against the Vikings, pushing back their incursions and consolidating their hold on the south of England. The Vikings were not simply raiders. They were skilled seafarers, traders, and settlers. Their arrival brought about significant cultural exchange, introducing new ideas, technologies, and artistic styles to England. The Viking presence also had a profound impact on the political landscape of England, forcing the Anglo-Saxon kingdoms to become more centralized and militarized. The struggle against a common enemy fostered a sense of shared purpose and identity that transcended the traditional boundaries of the Anglo-Saxon kingdoms. The year 1066 marked a watershed moment in English history. The Norman conquest, led by William the Conqueror, Duke of Normandy, brought an end to Anglo-Saxon rule and ushered in a new era of Norman domination.
William's victory at the Battle of Hastings had far-reaching consequences for England, establishing him as the undisputed ruler.
The Norman conquest led to a complete overhaul of the English aristocracy, as Norman lords replaced their Anglo-Saxon counterparts. French became the language of the court, law, and administration, while castles, a visible symbol of Norman power, sprang up across the countryside. The Norman conquest was a brutal affair, leaving deep scars on the English psyche. William the Conqueror confiscated lands from Anglo-Saxon nobles, distributing them amongst his loyal Norman followers. This land redistribution created a stark social divide between the new ruling class and the conquered English population. To further cement his authority, William commissioned the Domesday Book, a comprehensive survey of landholdings and resources across England. This ambitious undertaking served both administrative and symbolic purposes, enabling the Normans to levy taxes effectively and maintain a firm grip on power. However, the Normans, despite their initial ruthlessness, were not oblivious to the need for integration and stability. While William the Conqueror and his immediate successors ruled with an iron fist, the seeds of discontent were sown early on. The Norman elite, though increasingly integrated into English society, remained acutely aware of their distinct status. This sense of separation, coupled with grievances over taxation and land ownership, fueled resentment among the English population. This widespread discontent culminated in the signing of the Magna Carta in 1215, a landmark document that limited royal power and asserted the rights of the nobility. The Norman conquest, while initially fracturing English society, paradoxically sowed the seeds for a renewed sense of national identity. The shared experience of Norman rule fostered a sense of unity among the English population. This nascent English identity was further strengthened by external conflicts, particularly the Hundred Years' War against France in the 14th and 15th centuries.
The Hundred Years' War fueled a sense of patriotism and national pride, as English soldiers and knights fought to defend their homeland against French aggression.
The rise of English national identity was also reflected in the cultural sphere, with the resurgence of the English language and literature. The Norman conquest had reshaped the political landscape of England, but it was under the subsequent Plantagenet dynasty that the kingdom truly began to solidify its power and influence. In 1154, Henry II, Duke of Normandy and Count of Anjou, ascended to the English throne, marking the beginning of the Plantagenet era. Henry's inheritance was vast, encompassing not only England, but also extensive territories in France, creating what became known as the Angevin Empire.
Henry II was a formidable ruler, known for his energy, ambition, and legal reforms, laying the groundwork for the English common law system that exists to this day.
Despite conflicts with the Church, Henry's reign marked a period of significant expansion and consolidation of royal power. The vast Angevin Empire, though a testament to Plantagenet ambition, proved difficult to manage and ultimately unsustainable. Henry II's successors faced rebellions, internal strife, and costly wars with France, gradually weakening their grip on their continental possessions.
King John, Henry's youngest son, inherited a kingdom embroiled in conflict and burdened by financial strain.
In 1215, John was forced to sign the Magna Carta, a charter of liberties that limited royal power and asserted the rights of the nobility.
Following John's death, England entered a period of relative stability under the reign of his son, Henry III, though tensions between the monarchy and the nobility persisted.
The Wars of the Roses, a brutal and complex dynastic struggle that gripped England from 1455 to 1487, pitted the House of Lancaster against the House of York.
Richard III, the last Yorkist king, met his end at the Battle of Bosworth Field in 1485, defeated by Henry Tudor, who ascended to the throne as Henry VII.
Henry VII's victory marked the end of the medieval era in England and ushered in a new chapter in the country's history.
Henry, a shrewd and pragmatic ruler, took steps to consolidate royal power, restore order, and heal the divisions that had torn the kingdom apart.
Section 1. The Tudor Peace.
Henry VII, the victor of Bosworth Field, was a ruler unlike any England had seen before. He was acutely aware of the fragility of his position, having ended a decades-long civil war. His claim to the throne was tenuous, and powerful Yorkist rivals still posed a threat. Henry therefore embarked on a calculated campaign to secure his dynasty and bring stability to the realm.
Gone were the days of lavish spending and reckless military adventures that had characterized some of his predecessors.
Henry, known for his frugality and pragmatism, focused on replenishing the royal coffers, often through shrewd diplomacy and alliances rather than costly wars. He understood that a financially secure monarchy was essential for maintaining order and asserting authority.
To further solidify his position and prevent future conflicts, Henry took deliberate steps to reconcile the warring factions of the nobility.
He offered pardons to former enemies, integrated Yorkist nobles into his court, and arranged strategic marriages to cement alliances. The Tudor rose, a symbol combining the white rose of York and the red rose of Lancaster, became a potent emblem of this newfound unity under the Tudor dynasty.
Section 2. Reformation and Transformation.
Henry VII's son, Henry VIII, inherited a kingdom far more stable and prosperous than the one his father had inherited.
However, Henry VIII's reign would prove to be one of the most tumultuous in English history, marked by religious upheaval, political intrigue, and a decisive break from the Roman Catholic Church.
The English Reformation, initiated by Henry VIII's desire to annul his marriage to Catherine of Aragon, had far-reaching consequences for the religious and political landscape of England.
Henry's assertion of royal supremacy over the Church, with himself as the supreme head of the Church of England, fundamentally altered the relationship between church and state.
The dissolution of the monasteries, a key aspect of the English Reformation, had profound economic and social repercussions.
The vast wealth and lands held by the monasteries were seized by the crown, enriching the royal treasury and empowering a new class of landowners loyal to the Tudor monarchy.
The Reformation also led to the translation of the Bible into English. making the scriptures accessible to a wider audience and fueling a growing Protestant movement within England.
Henry VIII's children, Edward VI, Mary I, and Elizabeth I, each ruled in turn, their reigns marked by religious and political challenges.
However, it was under Elizabeth I, the last of the Tudor monarchs, that England experienced a period of unprecedented stability, prosperity, and cultural achievement, often referred to as the Golden Age.
Elizabeth, a shrewd and charismatic ruler, navigated complex religious and political tensions, successfully defending her realm against foreign threats, most notably the Spanish Armada in 1588. Her reign saw England emerge as a major naval power, laying the foundation for its future colonial ambitions.
The Elizabethan era was a time of great intellectual ferment and artistic flourishing. William Shakespeare, Christopher Marlowe, and Edmund Spenser, among others, produced literary masterpieces that continue to resonate with audiences today. The Globe Theatre, where many of Shakespeare's plays were first performed, became a symbol of the vibrancy and creativity of Elizabethan England.
The history of England's monarchy is filled with grandeur, intrigue, and a healthy dose of the peculiar.
English monarchs have left their mark through their reigns and eccentricities, quirks, and bizarre traditions. Let's delve into the lighter side of English royalty, where history meets humor.
Take King Henry VIII, known for his 6 wives and insatiable appetite. Henry employed a groom of the stool, attending to his bathroom needs, a mark of power in Tudor England.
Fast forward to Elizabeth I, the Virgin Queen. Elizabeth owned over 2,000 pairs of gloves, a symbol of status and refinement.
And then there are the Ravens of the Tower of London, a tradition dating back centuries. Legend has it that should the ravens ever leave the tower, the kingdom will fall. Today they are carefully guarded by a dedicated raven master. Beyond the walls of its castles and the pomp of its ceremonies, England is a land steeped in legend and folklore, where history and myth intertwine to create a tapestry rich in mystery and wonder.
From ancient stone circles to tales of mythical creatures, England's landscape is dotted with reminders of its long and storied past, sparking the imagination and inviting us to explore the realms of both the real and the fantastical.
Stonehenge, standing sentinel on Salisbury Plain, is perhaps the most iconic example of England's enduring mystique. This prehistoric monument, with its massive standing stones arranged in a circular pattern, has captivated visitors for millennia. Its true purpose remains shrouded in mystery, but theories abound, ranging from astronomical observatory to religious sanctuary. Whatever its original function, Stonehenge stands as a testament to the ingenuity and spiritual beliefs of England's ancient inhabitants.
From the rugged landscapes of Cornwall to the rolling hills of Somerset, the legend of King Arthur and his Knights of the Round Table continues to capture the imagination. Tintagel Castle, perched precariously on Cornwall's dramatic coastline, is said to be Arthur's birthplace, while Glastonbury Tor, a solitary hill rising from the Somerset levels, is associated with the Isle of Avalon, the mythical resting place of the legendary king.
And then there are the fairies, pixies, and other mythical creatures that populate English folklore. These mischievous beings, said to inhabit forests, meadows, and ancient ruins, add a touch of magic and whimsy to the English countryside. While sightings of such creatures may be rare these days, their stories continue to be told and retold, reminding us that even in our modern age, a touch of enchantment still lingers in the air. From the arrival of the Anglo-Saxons to the turmoil of the Wars of the Roses, from the grandeur of the Tudor era to the cultural explosion of the Elizabethan age, England's journey to becoming a unified kingdom has been a long and winding road, marked by conquest, conflict, and ultimately resilience. It's a story of evolving identities, shifting power dynamics, and the enduring spirit of a people shaped by their history and united by a shared destiny. The England we know today, with its rich tapestry of cultures, its enduring monarchy, and its global influence, is a product of this tumultuous past. The echoes of ancient battles, the whispers of courtly intrigue, and the legacy of artistic brilliance are woven into the very fabric of English society, reminding us that history is not merely a collection of dates and names, but a living, breathing narrative that continues to shape our present. And so, as we stand at the crossroads of the 21st century, England's story continues to unfold, a testament to the enduring power of unity, adaptability, and the enduring human spirit. The challenges of the future will undoubtedly test the mettle of this island nation, but if history is any guide, England will face them with the same courage, determination, and unwavering belief in its own destiny that has seen it through centuries of triumph and tribulation. Thank you for joining us on this journey through English history. We hope you found it as fascinating as we did. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to Lexopedia for more captivating explorations of history, culture, and knowledge. Until next time, keep exploring.